Well, a new real estate report out today says rising interest rates are pouring some cold water on Toronto's once red-hot housing market. For a closer look at this, we're joined live now by Karen Yolevski, Chief Operating Officer at Royal LePage. Karen, good to chat with you again this afternoon. The new numbers you put out here really give you a sense of kind of where the market went last year. Well, let's talk about the sort of GTA residential housing market. First of all, how bad did it get in that side of things?
Well, surprisingly, not as bad as you might have anticipated, given that we did incur 7 interest rate increases last year. So what we saw is that we had a big run up in the beginning of the year. February of last year, lots of activity in the market and our peak pricing. From there, we did see a decline as we moved into those summer months, but we really leveled off in the GTA from about August onwards. And it's been relatively steady in terms of pricing since then.
Of the GTA, the fact that so many jobs are kind of centered in and around here, and B, well, quite frankly, the lack of actual supply around here too?
Absolutely. So we know that even though demand has diminished temporarily in the GTA, as some people take a wait and see approach, with interest rates rising, we do know that in many areas, it's still a tight market. We saw multiple offers even when prices had come down a little bit and interest rates rose. And we expect to continue to see that. If you look at our immigration numbers, they show that more and more people are going to want to be living in the GTA. And we certainly don't have the supply to accommodate all the newcomers that we anticipate in the coming years.
Right. Okay. Well, we'll watch for that and see how those numbers go. In the meantime, Karen, on the plus side, you know, I'm standing here, 299 Queen West. We're kind of surrounded by condos. That market showing some resilience over the last year.
Absolutely. So, and a few reasons for that. One, condominiums, generally speaking, are at a lower price point than you're going to find for semi-detached and detached homes. So for people that are entering the market or people that are a bit more sensitive to prices, condominiums are going to be a good opportunity for them. We know that there's going to be a number of condominiums completed next year, and that's also going to be very welcome news for our rental markets, where we're seeing very limited supply, particularly in the urban centers.
Mm-hmm. Karen, I have you on the program right now, and I really want to talk to you about this because we've now talked about the second story in the last month or so about a home being sold by someone posing to be the homeowners. They somehow had the sort of probably renting a home, and then they've been able to sell it out from under them. What is your reaction to these stories? How is this happening, and how could real estate, brokerages, agencies, et cetera, try to prevent this kind of thing from happening?
It's very unfortunate when you hear these stories, and we are seeing 2 stories with some time between them, but 2 stories is too many stories when it comes to this sort of topic. So what we know is this is very rare. Very, very rare, although it is an alarming headline. So that's something to keep in mind. When it comes to what we can do, there's a number of things. One, we want to make sure that as a consumer, that you're working with someone that's reputable, that's someone that's been referred to you, someone that you know is in the industry and is taking these things seriously and always upping their game and really working with the client to ensure that T's are crossed, I's are dotted. That goes the same for who you're going to use to close your transaction. You want to make sure that you pick a lawyer and a law firm that's going to do a good job on that as well. There is also title insurance that can be used to safeguard against some of these types of fraud.
And Karen, just wondering, I don't even know if you know this answer, but what happens in these situations where if someone fraudulently sells my house, I find out about it months later and show up and someone else is living there, do I get my house back?
So there's lots of case law out there about what happens, and some of that case law has gone back and forth. So it really does depend on the fact situation. It can be a matter of being made whole monetarily. There could be a matter of getting the house back, but it really depends on what the case law is saying at the time that case is going to make its way through the court. So it is a bit of an unknown exactly what would happen.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, consider ourselves warned then. Karen Yolevski, Chief Operating Officer at Royal LePage, thanks for the time this afternoon.